Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Riyaz Hussain. Today we will move to next topic of composite material, that is called metal matrix composite material. I hope up till now you have understand the concepts of composite material. What are composite material? In the previous lecture you have studied that composite material majorly consists of two components. One component is called matrix. This component present in continuous form. The other component of composite material is called reinforcing phase. This phase present in discontinuous form. That's why this phase is called dispersion phase. You also studied in the previous lecture about the classification of composite material. Classification of composite material is done on the basis of shape of matrix phase as well as shape and size of reinforcing phase. Remember, reinforcing phase is also called discontinuous phase or the dispersion phase. In our previous lecture, we have studied particulate composite material in detail. In this lecture, we will mainly focus our attention about metal matrix composite material. The name of the composite material clearly says that one component of this composite material will of course be the metal. Aluminium metal or magnesium metal or titanium metal may act as matrix phase. Like other composite material, this MMC, I mean metal matrix composite material, also consists of two major phases. One phase will be the matrix phase and the other phase will be called reinforcing phase or dispersion phase. Which material will act as a matrix phase? Of course, metal will act as a matrix phase. Those metal will be either aluminium or magnesium or titanium. And which type of material will act as a reinforcing phase in this type of composite material? Particles of alumina or fibers of alumina may act as reinforcing phase. Similarly, particles of carbide or titanium nitride or the particles of cubic boron nitride may act as reinforcing phase. When the matrix phase will be mixed with reinforcing phase and some temperature and pressure will be applied, then a new material will be formed. That new material will be called metal matrix composite material. In this lecture, we will discuss in detail about this type of composite material. Which key concepts we will discuss in this lecture? First, we will see the introduction of composite material. Then we will move to metal matrix composite material. After this, we will discuss about classification of metal matrix composite material. Then we will move to focus ourselves about the reinforcing material which are required for metal matrix composite material. After this, we will discuss matrix material required for metal matrix composite material. Then we will discuss which type of methods are applied to prepare metal matrix composite material. There are three methods which are required to prepare metal matrix composite material. One method is solid state processing method. Second is liquid state processing method. And the third method to prepare metal matrix composite material is in situ processing method. After discussing processing methods, we will discuss about advantages and disadvantages of metal matrix composite material, and then we will shortly discuss applications of metal matrix composite material. Introduction. Composite material, which are also called composition material, or simply they are called composites. These are those material which are made by mixing two or more constituent materials. One constituent material will be matrix and the other constituent material will be reinforcement material. When two or more components are mixed, then a resulting material have significantly different physical and chemical properties. It means resulting material possess different characteristics from its components. New material, that is called composite material, which is made by mixing two or more components. This new material is preferred over traditional material due to the following reasons. The new material is more stronger than traditional materials. The new material is lighter in weight and it is less expensive than the traditional material. These are those reasons on the basis of which composite material is preferred over traditional material. The most important advantages which are associated with the composite material are their high strength and high stiffness and lighter in weight. These new materials are more stronger and have more stiffness and lighter in weight. Due to these reasons, composite material are preferred over traditional materials. It is impossible to understand the concept of metal matrix composite material without discussing historical perspectives of this material. In 1939, glass fiber was manufactured commercially for high temperature applications, and later in 1950s, boron and carbon fibers were produced to make the ropes. And later in 1960s, matrix was added to make a polymer matrix composite material. And this material was used for manufacturing parts of military aircraft and missile guidance systems. In 1970, metal matrix composite material was prepared, and this material attracted the attention of people towards itself due to its unique properties. As a result, people came into action and started working on this type of material. In 1990, In 1990s, high temperature ceramic matrix composite material are prepared on commercial scale and was used in manufacturing of various parts of next generation aircraft engines and different parts of power plant turbines. From historical perspectives, it is revealed that metal matrix composite material, that synthesis of metal matrix composite material was started since 1970. If we see the total shipment of metal matrix composite material, then data says that round about 31% of composite material is used in transportation industries. 12% of this material is used in marine industry. 20% of this material is used in construction industry. 12% of this material is used in corrosion resistant, in preparation of corrosion resistant equipment. 10% of this material used in electrical and electronics components. 6% of this material is used in preparation of consumer products. 5% of this material is used in appliances and business equipments, and 4% is used in other business. On the basis of this data, it is clear that major portion of this material is used in transportation industry. So we can say that this is the industry who push forwards the manufacturing of this material in classification of composite material. In the start, I described the classification of composite material. I told you that classification of composite material is done on the basis of type of matrix material or on the size and shape of reinforcing material. Here we will discuss the types of composite material on the basis of types of matrix material. There are three types of composite material on the basis of matrix phase. The first type is called metal matrix composite material. The second type is called ceramic matrix composite material, and the third type of composite material on the base of matrix phase is polymer matrix composite material. In this lecture, we will mainly focus on metal matrix composite material. We will discuss what type of metal and what type of reinforcing material are used in the preparation of metal matrix composite material. Then we will discuss some processing method, I mean manufacturing method of metal matrix composite material, and later on we will discuss advantages and disadvantages, and in the last we will discuss applications of metal matrix composite material. Metal matrix composite material. We have studied that there are two major components of composite material. One component that present in continuous form is called matrix phase, and the other component present in discontinuous form or the dispersion form is called reinforcement phase. So metal matrix composite also consists of these two components. From the slides it's clear one component is matrix and the other component is called reinforcement phase. The question is, which type of material will act as matrix phase for the synthesis of metal matrix composite material, and which component will be used as reinforcement material in the synthesis of metal matrix composite material. From the name of composite material, it is very clear that it is the metal which will be used as a matrix phase for the synthesis of metal matrix composite material. Which metals will be used as matrix phase? These metals may be the aluminium, may be the magnesium. Titanium metal may also be used as a matrix phase. Cobalt metal and the alloy of cobalt and nickel metal can also be used as a matrix phase in the synthesis of metal matrix composite material. Alumina, silicon carbide, zirconia or titanium nitride or cubic boron nitride, these are those material which will be used as reinforcing phase in the synthesis of metal matrix composite material. When the reinforcing phase and matrix phase is mixed and some pressure and temperature is applied, then a new material is formed which is shown in the center of the slide, and it is denoted with MMC. This new material is called metal matrix composite material. It is formed by mixing of metal as matrix phase and any of reinforcing material at some temperature and pressure. The reinforcing material is either it is alumina or it is silicon carbide or it is zirconia or cubic boron nitride. It is very clear that it is difficult to make a continuous and long fiber from this reinforcement material. If we cannot prepare a continuous long fiber from the reinforcing material, then I think a continuous mat cannot be made from the reinforcing material. So, when we cannot prepare a long fiber or the continuous fiber from the reinforcement material, then these material will be present in particulate form. So we can say metal matrix composite material are also called particulate composite material. Functions of the matrix material within the metal matrix composite material. Matrix material form the bulk of the resulting metal matrix composite material. The other function of the matrix material is it holds the embedded phase in place. When matrix material is mixed with the reinforcing phase, And in the previous slide, we discussed that reinforcing phase is present in the form of particles. So, matrix material holds the embedded phase. I mean, holds the particles of reinforcing material. When a load is applied on the metal matrix composite material, then matrix material shares the load with the secondary phase. Secondary phase means the reinforcing phase, and in some cases deforming occur, so that the stress is essentially borne by the reinforcing agent. These are the functions which are performed by the matrix material within metal matrix composite material. What are the functions of reinforcing phase? Reinforcing material reinforce the primary phase. I mean, reinforcing material form the secondary phase and matrix material form the primary phase. So, reinforcing material reinforce the primary phase. Embedded phase, I mean reinforcing phase, possess most commonly one of the following shapes. Either it is present in the form of fibers, either it will be present in the form of particles, or it may be present in the form of flakes or viscous or short fibers. Classification of metal matrix composite material. There are three types of metal matrix composite material. Classification of metal matrix composite material is done on the shape and size of reinforcing phase. The first type of metal matrix composite material is particle reinforced metal matrix composite material. The second type is called short fibers or viscous reinforced metal matrix composite material, and the third type of metal matrix composite material is continuous fibers or sheet reinforced metal matrix composite material. The first type is particles reinforced metal matrix composite material. It is clear from the name that reinforcing phase will be present in the form of particles, and this phase will be embedded within the matrix phase. Reinforcing phase is present in the form of particles, therefore this type is also called particulate reinforced metal matrix composite material. The aspect ratio of the particles in particle reinforced metal matrix composite material will be 1, 2, 3, and it will be less than 5. I am using a new term, that is aspect ratio. Aspect ratio is the ratio between length and diameter of the particles. So here the reinforcing phase is present in the form of particles, so the length will be small. The length of the particles will be small, therefore the aspect ratio, I mean L by D ratio, will either be 1, 2 or 3, and it must be less than 5. The next type of metal matrix composite material is short fibers or viscous reinforced metal matrix composite material. In this type, reinforcing phase will be present either in the form of short fibers or viscous. Short fibers have longer length than particles. Therefore, their L by D ratio, I mean aspect ratio of short fibers or viscous metal matrix composite material will be high than the particle reinforced metal matrix composite material. There is a little difference between the short fibers and the viscous material. So in this material, in this type of metal matrix composite material, short fibers are dispersed within the matrix phase. That's why this type of metal matrix composite material is called short fibers metal matrix composite material. Which type of material is used as a fiber? That is glass fiber, or the ceramic fibers are made from the glass fibers or from the ceramic material. The third type of metal matrix composite material is continuous fibers or sheet reinforced metal matrix composite material. In this material, the reinforcing phase will be present in continuous form. Fibers of the reinforcing material will be continuously dispersed within the matrix phase. Which material is used as a fiber, I mean as a reinforcing phase? The fiber may be formed from the glass, or nowadays some people are using cotton fibers and some people are using fibers from carbon roving. In this type, the reinforcing phase is present in the form of continuous fibers or long fibers. That's why this is called continuous fibers metal matrix composite material. Sometimes the reinforcing phase will be present in the form of sheet. If the reinforcing phase is present in the form of sheet, then this material is called sheet reinforced metal matrix composite material. That sheet will be made from either glass fibers or the carbon roving, or it may be from cotton continuous fiber made. That's why in this material the reinforcing phase is present in the form of sheet. That's why this material is called sheet reinforced metal matrix composite material. Processing of metal matrix composite material. Metal matrix composite material can be produced by many different techniques. The selection of the processing method or selection of the processing techniques is based on the quantity of the reinforcement material or distribution of the reinforcement material within the matrix phase, and it also based on the required application of the resulting composite material. I mean, selection of the manufacturing method also depends on the required application of the metal matrix composite material. If during manufacturing if we change the parameters, then mechanical properties of the resulting material will be changed. Which type of methods are used for the manufacturing of metal matrix composite material. The one is called solid state processing method. The second is called liquid state processing, and the third one is in situ processing method. Processing methods. There are three processing methods to manufacture metal matrix composite material. The first processing method is solid state processing method. The second method is liquid state processing method, and the third one processing method is in situ processing method. In situ processing method, we just take component A and mix it with component B, and then we adjust parameters. I mean, we adjust and maintain temperature and pressure. As a result, we obtain a composite that is produced by in situ processing methods. The second method is liquid state method. In this method, metal is converted into a liquid form. And remember, metal is used as a matrix phase in metal matrix composite material. The reinforcing phase will be the metal alloy, or it may be the ceramic particles or the glass fibers. If the reinforcing phase is metal alloy or it is the ceramic fibers, then reinforcing phase is also converted into the liquid form. Then the reinforcing material is poured into matrix phase, which is also in the form of liquid. Then finally we try to cast it. I mean, we put this material into a mold and we get a required product. In this process, the metals, the components are present in the liquid form. That's why this process is called liquid processing method. The third one processing method is solid state process. In this method, metal is taken in the form of layers. I mean, if we have to prepare a material by using solid state method, then we take metal which will be used as a matrix phase, then we spread it in the form of layers, and we will take 10 layers of metal in upper and lower form, which are spread in upper and lower form, and we put reinforcing material between the two layers of the matrix, and then we apply pressure and temperature to get the required material. In this method, the matrix and reinforcing phase is taken in the form of solid. That's why this method is called solid state processing. When we spread the matrix phase and then we place the reinforcing phase between the layers of the matrix phase, after that we apply some pressure and temperature. As a result, melts and diffuses into the reinforcement material. Solid state processing. The main fabrication methods used for solid state processing of metal matrix composite material are powder blending and consolidation method and physical vapor deposition method. The first one is powder blending and consolidation method. In this method, powder of metal alloy is blended with particles or fibers or whiskers of ceramic material in dry condition or in liquid suspension form. After blending, the mixture is further processed by cold compaction, canning, degassing and high temperature consolidation. This method is usually used for the processing of aluminium, metal matrix composite material as well as magnesium metal matrix composite material. In this method, the metal acts as a matrix phase and the ceramic material acts as a reinforcing phase. The powder of the powder of the matrix phase is mixed with the particles or the fibers of the ceramic material, the reinforcing phase, in dry condition or in the liquid suspension form. The second method of solid processing is diffusion bonding. In this method, the interdiffusion atoms at the metallic surface under pressure creates bonding between metal matrix and reinforcing phase. The metal matrix composite material is formed by mixing matrix phase with the reinforcing phase. Here the interdiffusion between atoms of metals and reinforcing material occurs. This fabrication method is widely used for preparation of aluminium metal matrix composite material as well as magnesium metal matrix composite material. In these materials, the reinforcing phase may be in the form of continuous or it may be in the form of discontinuous. Liquid state processing method. Stir casting method is a liquid state processing method. In the stir casting method, particulate reinforcements are mixed up with liquid metal and then the resulting mixture is allowed to solidify. Specifically, the pre-treated particles, the particles of reinforcing materials, are inserted into the vortex of molten alloy. The vortex of molten alloy was created by rotating impeller. A problem arises during stir casting process. Problem is that the reinforcement materials are not uniformly distributed within the matrix phase and the reinforcement material form as sediments in the matrix phase. Generally, up to 30% particles in the size of 5 to 100 micrometer can be incorporated into the metal alloy. Example of this method is aluminium boron carbide metal matrix composite material. In another variant of the stir casting method, the particles of the reinforcing phase are introduced into the metal alloy which is present in the semi-solid state. In this method, the matrix is converted to the liquid and that matrix phase is continuously stirred. After this, the reinforcing phase is added into this matrix phase, and after adding reinforcing phase, the mixture is again stirred at high temperature. Due to stirring of the mixture, this processing method is called stir casting liquid processing method. This is schematic diagram of stir casting technique. This is a basic process and majority of the researcher who work with metal matrix composite material use this method to produce metal matrix composite material. The setup of this material consists of a crucible or a bucket which is filled with matrix phase, I mean metal or the metal alloy. The metal alloy, the metal which can be used as a matrix phase may be the aluminium or it may be the copper, it may be the titanium. Whatever it is, just take the metal, add it into the crucible and heat it at high temperature until the matrix phase is converted to the liquid state, and a stirrer is electrical stirrer connected with the electrical motor is hanged into the crucible which contain matrix phase. The matrix phase get melted, that molten metal or the molten matrix phase is stirred. Why stirring is required of the matrix phase? As a result of stirring, the heat transferred from lower layer of the matrix phase to the upper layer of the matrix phase uniformly. When the matrix phase is melted and it attains a required viscosity, then add reinforcement phase to this matrix phase. The reinforcement material may be the alumina or it may be the particles of the silicon carbide or it may be the particles of titanium carbide or it may be the mixture of two or more materials. The reinforcement material is added into the matrix phase. Inside the molten metal, the reinforcement material are dispersed and stirring is continued. Here the benefit of stirring is that the reinforcement material will be dispersed uniformly within the matrix phase. This is the whole setup of stir casting technique. In this method, metal is present in the liquid form and reinforcement material is added into the liquid matrix phase at a high temperature. As a result, reinforcement material is also melted at high temperature. In this method, stirrer basic function is: first, it maintain uniform heat in the mixture, and the second function of the stirrer is disbursement of reinforcement material within the matrix phase at high temperature. Due to this reason, this process is called stir casting process. After heating the material for specific time, the material may be allowed to solidify or it may be allowed to pour into some mold to get required product. The next method is squeeze casting. In this method, molten metal is introduced into an open die. The dies are then closed so that the molten metal solidifies under pressure within the dies. During this process, when the dies are closed, the heat is transferred from the molten metal to the dies under high pressure and through the contact between the metal and the die surface. As a result, fine grain castings with little to no pore is produced by using this method. In this method, we can use aluminium, either copper or any other metal which we want to use as a matrix phase. Instead of these metals, other materials may also be used as a matrix phase, and nowadays the people have started using earth metals as a matrix phase. The important thing in this method is the use of injecting pin. The composite is fabricated, so it is squeeze casting method. Process is a process in which we try to squeeze the material by applying some pressure or by applying some force. Squeeze casting process is a process in which liquid phase is pushed by applying some pressure. Simple example is the aluminium piston, which works on the phenomena of squeeze casting process. Infiltration process is also a type of liquid processing method. In this method, liquid metal alloy is infiltrated into the porous forms of fibers or whiskers of reinforcement material. The volume fraction of the reinforcement material usually ranges from 10 to 70%, and it depends on the level of porosity. Silica and metal based mixtures are often employed as binder to retain the integrity and shape of the porous forms. The next method is spray deposition method. Spray deposition method is a liquid processing method for the manufacture of metal matrix composite material. In the spray deposition method, particle, whisker or short fiber of reinforcement materials are injected into the spray and create a deposition layer of porosity of 5 to 10% on the metal surface. The depositions are then consolidated to full density by further processing. For continuous fiber reinforced metal matrix composite, the matrix metals are sprayed onto the fibers. The fiber spacing and fiber layer in this processing method impact the fiber volume fraction and distribution. Different metal matrix composite systems. Up till now we have discussed metal matrix composite material. What are metal matrix composite materials? And then we have discussed processing methods used to manufacture metal matrix composite material, which are solid processing method and liquid processing method, and the third one we discussed is in situ processing methods, and we have discussed the details of these processing methods, and we discussed the stir casting method, which is a liquid processing method, in detail. And now we discussing the different metal matrix composite systems. There are four metal matrix composite system. The one is aluminium matrix composites material. The second system is magnesium matrix composite material. The third one is the copper matrix composite material, and the fourth one is the titanium matrix composite material. It is clear from the name of the system that the metal will be used as a matrix or as a continuous phase or the primary phase. In aluminium matrix composite material, it is the aluminium which will be used as a matrix, and in magnesium matrix composite system, magnesium will be used as the matrix phase, and in titanium matrix composite system, titanium will be used as a matrix phase. We will discuss each system separately, and we will discuss the properties of each system in detail. The first system is aluminium matrix composite material. In this system, aluminium will be used as a matrix phase. This is the widest group of metal matrix composite system. Matrices of aluminium matrix composite are usually aluminium silicon alloy. aluminium मैट्रिक्स कंपोजिट सिस्टम में जो मैट्रिक्स इस्तेमाल होता है वो एल्यूमिनियम सिलिकॉन एलॉय पर मुश्तमिल है. द रीइंफोर्समेंट मटेरियल फॉर एल्यूमिनियम मैट्रिक्स कंपोजिट system are either the alumina, its formula is Al2O3. The reinforcement phase may be the silicon carbide, or it may consist of graphite fibers. The fibers of alumina or silicon carbide or graphite may be in the form of continuous or discontinuous form, and the fibers may be the long fiber or may be the short fiber. If the reinforcement material consists of long fiber, then such aluminium matrix composite is called long fiber reinforced composite material. If the fiber of reinforcing phase is present in the short form, then the resulting material is called short fiber reinforced composite material. Preparation of aluminium matrix composite material. Aluminium metal matrix composite material are made by three processes. The one is power metallurgy route, which is a sintering process, and it is a type of solid state processing method. Stir casting method and infiltration method. Stir casting and infiltration method both are liquid processing method, and by these three methods the aluminium matrix composite material can be prepared. The prepared composite material possess following properties. The first one, the composite material possesses high strength even at elevated temperature. This material affords and works properly at high temperature. This material also possesses high modulus of elasticity. The density of the aluminium matrix composite material is low. Thermal conductivity of this material is high, and this material possesses excellent abrasion resistance. Uses of aluminium matrix composite material. This material is used for manufacturing of automotive parts like pistons, pushrods, brake components, brake rotors for high speed trains. It is also used for manufacturing of some parts of bicycles. Bicycles coming nowadays moved from steel frame to aluminium frame, and the weight of the bicycle is reduced. All the parts are made out of aluminium metal matrix composite of the bicycle nowadays. This material is also used in preparation of golf clubs and the electronic substrates. Cores of high voltage and electric cables are also made by using this material. The other metal matrix system is magnesium metal matrix composite material. In this material, magnesium metal is acting as a matrix phase, and silicon carbide particles will act as a reinforcing phase. It means particles of silicon carbide are dispersed within the magnesium metals. This material possesses following properties. The properties of magnesium metal matrix composite material. This material possesses low density, have high stiffness. This material possesses high wear resistance. This material also possesses good strength at elevated temperature. It also possesses good creep resistance, and this material is used. Here we are discussing uses of magnesium metal matrix composite material. This material is used in manufacturing of various parts of racing cars, automobile braking systems, aircraft's gearboxes, transmission, and compressors of various engines. Another metal matrix system is copper metal matrix composite material. In this material, copper acts as a matrix phase, and the fiber of the carbon or the silicon carbide or stainless steel or tungsten are embedded within the matrix phase. The process for making copper metal matrix composite is powder metallurgy, which is a type of solid processing method, and infiltration method, which is a type of liquid processing method, and the same method was applied for manufacturing of magnesium matrix composite material. Properties of metal matrix, copper metal matrix composite material. This material possesses low coefficient of expansion, have high stiffness, good electrical conductivity. This material possesses high thermal conductivity and good wear resistance. These materials are used for manufacturing of electric relays, electrical conducting springs, and other electrical and electronic components. The next one, metal matrix composite system, is titanium matrix composite material. Titanium matrix composite materials are reinforced mainly by continuous monofilament silicon carbide fiber. These fibers are present in long form. Therefore, this material is called long fiber reinforced composite material. titanium boride and titanium carbide particles are embedded within the titanium metal matrix composite material. In this material, the reinforcing phase is present in the form of particles. Particles of titanium carbide or titanium boride are embedded within the titanium matrix. So this is called particulate reinforced composite material. This material is manufactured by powder metallurgy process. It's a solid state, it's the type of solid state processing method. Properties of titanium metal matrix composite material. This material possesses following properties. This material has high strength. This material possesses high modulus of elasticity and possesses high creep resistance. This material possesses high thermal stability and high wear resistance, and this material is lighter in weight. Uses of tungsten metal matrix composite material. This material is used for manufacturing of structural components of F-16, components of turbine engine, fan blade of pistons, synchronization rings, shafts, discs, components of automobile engines. It is also used to manufacture different parts of train and general machine. Parts are made out of titanium metal matrix composite material. Up till now we have discussed metal matrix composite material, processing method of metal matrix composite material, and then we have discussed some important metal matrix composite systems, their properties and their uses. This slide and the table is showing the general applications of metal matrix composite material. The first column is showing the fiber. It means it is showing the reinforcing phase. The second column is showing the matrix phase, and the third column is showing the applications of the resulting metal matrix composite material. If the reinforcing phase consists of graphite fibers, either the fiber in the form long fiber or the short fiber, and the matrix consists of either aluminium or magnesium or lead, or it may be the copper, then by changing the metal, the applications of the resulting metal matrix composite material is changed. See, when the graphite particles are embedded within the aluminium matrix, then the resulting material is used in preparation of materials for satellites, missile and helicopter structure. If graphite particles are embedded within magnesium matrix, then the resulting material is used in manufacturing of parts for space and satellite structures. If graphite particles are embedded within the lead, then it is used in manufacturing of storage battery plates and so on. You can see different applications by changing different matrix phase. Even by applying same reinforcing material and just only changing the matrix phase, the applications of the resulting material is changed. This slide is showing general applications of resulting metal matrix composite material. This material is used in automobile, in manufacturing of high temperature engine equipments. It is used in preparation of brake drums and rotors. It also used in preparation of bumpers and fenders. This material are lighter in weight, so they are used in aerospace technology. They are used in manufacturing of jet engines, fan blades. It is also used in space and satellite structures. It is also used in helicopter transmission structures as well. Advantages and disadvantages of metal matrix composite material. This material possesses many advantages and some of the disadvantages as well. First of all, the advantages of metal matrix composite material. This material possesses high temperature capability. It means this material have the ability to work at a wider range of temperature, and its properties are not changed by changing the temperature. These materials possess fire resistance property, and these materials have higher transfer stiffness and strength. These materials have the ability to resist to moisture. It means no moisture absorption property is also associated with these materials. These materials have higher electrical and thermal conductivities and better radiation resistance as well. It means these materials possess radiation resistance property as well. The disadvantages of metal matrix composite materials. The main disadvantage of these materials is high cost. These materials are very costly than the traditional materials. The other disadvantage of these materials, complex fabrication methods for fiber reinforced systems. It means the methods used to prepare metal matrix composite material are very complex, like which these methods are solid state method or the liquid processing method. These both methods are very complex, and especially they are complex to prepare fiber reinforced composite systems. Here is the assignment at the end for you. The first question is, describe stir casting methods used for the manufacturing of metal matrix composite material. And the second question is very conceptual question. What is the difference between particulate reinforced composite material and long fiber composite material? Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.